Hey everybody, it is the interview queen Alicia Atout, and at this moment I'm absolutely psyched because I've reunited with the one, the only Mark Tremonti from Alter Bridge.
What's happening?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really stoked to have been here again with you. We're at Rebel, Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Feel good to be back.
2 years later.
2 years later?
Yeah.
Now the first thing you mentioned to me right before we started rolling was that you don't trust couches in dressing rooms.
No, there's a lot of history on these couches. A lot of stuff. So it's it's hard to kind of dig into these couches and not feel a little gross.
Yeah, I gotta kind of almost travel with a beach towel or something, just for that extra sense of comfort.
Oh yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in a dressing room where you're like, oh, I think they maybe should have tidied that up a little bit?
Well, the drawings on the walls.
Okay.
You know, if you do the rock circuit, especially in the States, every dressing room has just got the nastiest, filthiest artwork all over the walls. So, you know, when my kids come out to visit, I'm like, just don't look at the walls, kids.
Just stay away.
Yeah.
And over your years, have you ever attributed to those walls, not any of the gross stuff, but just like drawn on any of them?
I might have.
Okay.
I don't remember specifically, but sometimes people ask you to, you know, like put your band stuff up here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's always in a very good, clean, fun way,
That's
right?
right. Never destructive.
Well, I have to ask you about the pinball collection.
Yeah.
How's it
awesome.
coming along?
It's coming along great. I have 15 now, but I'm always, you know, trading and swapping, and I'm a pinball fanatic. I was just playing pinball last night, so yeah.
You went to this really cool competition not too long ago too, where
Yep.
you got to go against some of the top tier people, I guess, in pinballing. Is that kind of what you'd call it, pinballing?
I went to the World Championship in Pittsburgh. There was 1,000 machines, more than 1,000 machines, 1,000 competitors in a big tournament.
Wow.
It was awesome. I love it. It's kind of my getaway, my escape.
And how did you stack up to some of those, competitors that do this for a living?
Didn't compete. I just played. You know, it was something that tournament sells out within minutes. So unless you had already signed up, I think it costs like $300 or something to enter, and everybody just buys their tickets immediately. So when I went, I was just as a guest.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. And you still had about 2 to 3 last time that we were, here discussing pinball machines. So the collection in itself, are you still kind of interchanging things, or is it just you're now keeping them all?
No, you play one for a while. Now, the thing I'm doing now is I'll convince my friends that they need pinball machines.
Pawn them off.
And I'll say, why don't you buy this pinball machine? So 6 months from now, I'll trade you this one for that one, and you're just down the street, and we can just swap them. So. Yeah, no, it's good to just have friends with machines and keep on experimenting with new ones and getting familiar with all of them.
You're making your own little pyramid scheme there, having everybody be a part of it.
It's a good. Yeah, I want to do that.
Not too long ago, something really neat you were able to do was actually perform and jam in Jimi Hendrix's bedroom.
Yes.
And mess around on some of his guitars. So that must have just been a dream for you.
Oh, it was awesome. We were in. It was me and Miles on our press trip, and we got to go into his apartment. It was pretty much like a Jimi Hendrix museum, but it's his apartment, and it was next to where, I don't know how you pronounce it, Handel, the old composer, lived right next door. So it was just us chilling in his bedroom, performing some songs, and then I got to play his guitar, not there, but another collector invited us to his place, and we played Jeff Buckley's guitar, Jimi Hendrix guitar, Billy Gibbons, like all these incredible guitars. So it was awesome.
Out of any musician's instrument, if you could jam on any of them, what's that one where it would just absolutely blow your mind?
Stevie Ray Vaughan's #1 guitar.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like how quick you knew that too. Is that kind of like the dream jam session in your eyes?
That's the one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, a couple nights back, you actually sang Burn It Down live.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that you're able to perform that live in front of fans doing the vocals on it. Mm-hmm. So I know this is going to be carried on to the upcoming record. So was that something live where it was just a last minute thing and it was like, hey, we're going to put him on vocals for this?
Miles got sick. So he got really sick, and my manager called me up. He's like, why don't we have you just sing a few songs, to help out? And I love singing. If I'm not on tour, I'm singing karaoke at parties. I love singing. So I just went back through our catalog and decided I was going to sing Burn It Down and Broken Wings because I can hit those notes. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get in the shoes of Miles Kennedy and sing his stuff because he's so high most of the time and he's such a great singer. So I just found what I could pull off, and I'm going to sing that song tonight, Burn It Down. Yeah. So I'm not going to sing Water's Rising Tonight as a song everybody's used to me singing. So I'm going to just do something, keep people guessing.
Do you plan on just kicking him off of that track for the rest of the tour?
No, he comes up there and plays guitar with me. You know?
Okay.
So he does a solo in there too, and just keep it interesting for the folks that come out and see us all the time. You know?
I'm sure that Forever Falling, coming from the upcoming record, is the track that you're doing vocals on. I'm sure that'll end up being your new karaoke go-to.
I hope so.
But other than that one, what is the go-to when you are out doing karaoke?
Night Shift by the Commodores is one of my favorite songs ever. I love to sing that one. I like to sing Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding. I like soul. I like singing soul stuff. Not, if I'm going to do some rock, it's going to be some old 80s rock. It'll be some like Billy Idol, Rebel Yell.
Okay.
Don't You Forget About Me.
Oh, that's an amazing classic.
Just fun party music, as soon as you get on karaoke and you put Metallica on the thing, it's party kind of goes,
Just a little angst in the room.
Yeah.
Just a tad. Yeah. Well, being that Walk the Sky is coming out very, very soon, is the anticipation kind of just driving you crazy for everyone to hear it in its entirety finally?
Yeah, it's been out. We've been done with it for so many months. Now I've heard the record 1 billion times, so it's an old record to me. So yeah, it'll be finally good to let people hear it instead of them asking questions. They can hear the song, and we've said 100 times, Godspeed's my favorite, and this one I sing on, and this one, and I just want people to hear it so they can get familiar with it, so we can start playing it live.
Is there actually a different feeling when that release date comes around? Is there actually a moment as a band where there's just that relief, or is it just since you've heard it for so long, it almost doesn't feel super different?
It's exciting, and we love to hear how fans react to stuff. It's we get to create something out of nothing and see how it relates to people, and how music is this magical thing that means so much to people. So when they hear new songs and you see them attached to people's, it's such a important moment for us.
Well, it's cool to see how over the years you definitely changed things up, whether it's the 7-string or having more of a synthwave vibe as you've described for this upcoming album. So is there anything or anywhere that Alter Bridge just wouldn't go? What's that line where you cross it? You're like, oh, we cannot put this on an album.
We haven't crossed that line yet.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. You're always finding something new.
We won't rap.
No rapping.
No rapping.
Nope.
No, we're just not cool. We're not cool enough to rap.
Oh, come on, give yourself a bit of credit.
Can you see Miles rapping?
I mean, I can envision it, but no, I can't.
It's not ever happening.
Nope.
Maybe on Halloween or something. That's it.
On Halloween?
If he's dressed up as a rapper, maybe he'll do some Run DMC or something.
If I see him backstage, I think we should hint that to him.
Yeah.
That should definitely be his costume.
There you go.
With so many albums being out at this point, is it hard to reinvent the wheel? Like, do you have to have these really hard brainstorms together and think, okay, what can we actually do to push this button?
Yeah, on this record it was just that synthwave stuff. I heard a song called Tech Noir by Gunship, and I loved it. And I said, I sent it to Miles and I said, I was really inspired by this song. What do you think about trying to incorporate this sound? And immediately he loved it and said, yeah, he was kind of into the same thing at the moment. So Pain of Mind, Godspeed, a few other songs have that kind of vibe.
Are you often on the same wavelength after all the years you've been together?
Yeah. It's funny, on this record, I created a bunch of demos and he did. And our producer didn't know who wrote what.
Really?
Because he's like, I could have sworn Mark wrote that. I could have sworn Miles wrote this. So you kind of, when you work with somebody, you kind of become that person to a certain extent.
And you find that there aren't many arguments anymore? Because I'm sure, I hear with a lot of bands, and the bands I've interviewed, they're like, man, I really wanted this song to be on the album, or I thought this concept was better.
Yeah.
You guys just seem like such a cohesive unit.
We don't argue. We all get along. We've been together now for 15 years. We finally made it on a list of longest original band members in the band list.
Wow.
Which is crazy because this is our second professional band. But yeah, we get along fine.
Well, on my website, I not only interview musicians, but also wrestlers. So
Nice.
I was wondering, if you could have that in-ring gimmick, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a tough question just to throw at me like that. I'd have to think about
I
it.
like the curveballs. I'll give you a couple seconds.
Gosh, I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea.
Are you thinking maybe good bad guy,
I'd
or?
smack somebody with a guitar.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's right. Take the flying V and make the ends sharp.
Oh,
Stab
gosh.
people with guitars.
I don't know if that's more so wrestling, or maybe we could put you in like an underground street wrestling club or something, and we'll have a new side gig.
Me and my buddy The Edge will wrestle together.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I really do just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. It was such a pleasure having you back on, seeing the growth of the band. Just it's ever growing, and in 2 years I've definitely seen it. So I appreciate you coming back.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And to everyone viewing, be sure to check out AliciaAtout.com for all exclusive interviews and features. We'll be seeing you next time.